the day, which is going to be entirely pushing the story forward. Yeah, I agree, Kataro. And the most annoying thing was when you'd get a party going and then somebody would leave after 15 minutes. Aha, we did it faster. You'll have to exploit the Sunken Temple of Khan if you're to find a wardstone. Succeed and you earn the undying gratitude of the Adventurers Guild. Fail and Thal will reward you in the next life. Oh, thanks. Baladian Wardstone. Enchanted with magics of questionable potency, these stones are coveted by the scholarly and superstitious alike. You found a wardstone? Incredible! Ah, can you not feel the power that emanates from this humble stone? Eh? Not really? Ha! Just like an Uldan, practical to a fault. Let me tell you, there is more true magic than you credit in taking all the possible precautions. One thing's for certain, the temple managed to stymie more explorers than ordinary dangers can account for. If any of that can be attributed to this stone, then it's Garleans and Beastmen who have to settle their accounts with the gods. Alright, well we're gonna take the Choker of Striking. I actually think I need a necklace, so that might work out. I do, excellent. My item level of 81. Alright, so let's go Crate Go Kaboom. Alright. So we gotta go back down to Casham Century. It's been a while since we were there. We're gonna sneak past the Jubs and hope they don't turn around and draw us in. Oh no, Jubs, don't, seriously. Alright, there's some Malboros up here. Morbles, as they're in this area. We're going to slow right down to a crawl as we go around these guys. Oh, mud puppies are apparently on my to-do list. So as I was explaining before, Morbles are one of the few monsters in this game that aggro via sound. Nier 2, I've heard a lot about that, Kataro. That's true. The FF11 is where the Dark Knight and the Dragoon jokes all started. And then they kind of carried over into FF11, or 14. Dragoons kind of didn't help with dying all the time in 14. X wants the new Nier game as well. Ah, PS4 Pro. I read about that. It's with the terabyte hard drive. I want one, but I don't want to spend the money to get another PS4 because I currently already have one, so I'll just buy another hard drive for it. Depending on the cost, I may just have to get a new system for the same cost. Oh, okay. This thing wants to fuck on Mira. Well, that's the way we're going about it, then. Okay, we got two now. Oops, that's not the button I wanted to push. Alright. There's a second crate, so we're gonna go find the third crate while I think one of them might be behind one of these things. Some weird static sounds going on in the background. Yeah, if you don't already have a PS4, then the Pro is perfect. That guard is a moron. I'm literally standing right beside him, and I just tossed a bomb at a crate beside him, and he just ignored it. He's like, I'm just doing my job, just standing. Okay, I don't see the third crate. Now I'm aggroing everything. So much for sneaking around. Just punch that guy's buff right off of him. Okay, that's outside the field of where it could be. So is it actually back over here? Inside the first area, maybe? Oh, he actually saw me that time. Ah, there it is. Alright, what kind of buff are you going to give yourself, buddy? One that I can punch off you, I hope. Or no buff. That works too. Or you're just so slow on me. There we go. Great go kaboom. Yeah, Caterpillar, let us know when you get one, and I will definitely add you. Alright, now we gotta go back to Sark Malark, so let's just teleport back there. Because I don't feel like walking all the way there. And I need to throw on streamer mode. I gotta try this near game though, it looks really good. DQ10 confirmed for what? Because I know it's coming out for the NX, but if it's not coming out in English, it's going to make me sad because I'm so excited to play that. We could hear the explosions. I knew you would make a success of it. This should be the Garlean sting for a while, but not for long. We must be vigilant for... How did I afford such quality munitions, you ask? Oh, Miro, you needn't concern yourself with such trivial details. Nevertheless, your stealth and compassion are appreciated in equal measure. I am a lucky man indeed to be part of this fellowship. Adventurers, one and all. How ominous. What? You're not going to give me anything worthwhile? Alright, well, whatever. Let's take this one. Alright, last quest is to go talk to the people at Fall Guard Flit. When I got my current job, which again is something else I really like, is my current job. The first thing I did was buy myself a PS4 as a congratulations present. A supply carriage bound for Revenant's Toll hasn't come through here, I can tell you that. But maybe it's the same one? We just received word of an Ixtali attack on a carriage, you see. Seems like too much of a coincidence, but you never know. May as well have a look, eh? You'll find one of our men on the scene. The carriage was waylaid on the road just east of here. Yeah, I'd just wait for the Pro, honestly. But, so Leilasu, what job are you applying for? there's a carriage over here. Look at that, the chocobos. Hello, chocobo. Hello. What have we here? An adventurer? By the 12, and a suitably gaunt one. As you can see, a few gentlemen of the road, or gentle birds if you must, ambushed this carriage, took the cargo and both coachmen. How's that for a day's work? The track leads to XIV logging grounds to the north. You look a hungry sort. How about it? Will you rescue the coachman and recover those provisions? Alright. Let's go do that. XIV logging grounds are quite literally to the north. There is a fate going on there right now called Air Supply, I guarantee it. And it is one that I'm going to need for one of the books eventually. Maybe even the one I'm on now. Speaking of which, we finished Brayflox, right? So if we go up to dungeons, it's got an X on it. That means we've done it. Is Air Supply needed? No, of course not. Second shift IT help desk position. My brother worked that position for a long time. Well, I don't want to say a long time, but a fair amount of time. A few years. He liked it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I figured they were going to aggro me. I should fight them so I don't get too many of them. I keep forgetting I'm not on a character that can just run around everything right now. Especially bad doing this point because, like I said, we're in the middle of a fate, which I guarantee you is up, and it is. And that's Air Supply. So now we gotta kind of sneak around these guys, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that because... Oh, I guess I'm getting the wind talon. Oh, I got a level sync to it. Okay, so they're not gonna aggro me. At least they won't. The non-fate ones probably will. Hiring coachman. We're gonna free this dude. I thought it was done for. These supply ones are getting a little too interesting for my tastes. I'd best get out of here before the birdmen come back in force. Many thanks, and try not to get killed. Thank you for freeing me, stranger. I can manage alone from here. I shall await your safe return at the carriage. May the 12 speed your way. Well, I hope you get it. I think everybody should have more PS4s. Oh, is there provisions over here still? Oh, there is. Okay. This guy's actually going to finish the fate before I can get all the stuff. Time to get on the Whisper Go. As you can see, the logging grounds are this, and they're not very intuitive because they're just leaving all their logs laying in the water. I did clear out most of the mobs, so there's that. Okay, so there should be one more set of provisions, which might be behind one of the logs. Do not see it yet. Ah, there it is, up there on the ridge. You'll be the only one on second shift? Yeah, I work 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. I don't have to talk to anyone unless there's like some change going on with the company. And I'm one of the few people who work every day, almost, except for weekends. I don't work weekends. Most weekends. My department kind of is basically a 24/7 department, but we cycle out who works the weekends. I worked last weekend, so I don't have to work for another 3 weekends if they do it right. 4 weekends. Alright, where do I have to go? The supply carriers. So I'm just going to warp back to Northstrad, Fog Guard float here. So, PMet, are you ready to do some heroics later?
Yep.
Excellent. I think Blackrock Hold is still a world quest too, so...
Yes, we need to do that.
I worked security before I did what I do now, and I was always on the night shift or the weekend shift, and usually nobody was at the college I worked at, so on the weekends, so... We are both in your debt, good adventurer. I shudder to think the fate that the XL had in mind for us. You seek the provisions meant for Revenant's Toll. It pains me to say, but this is all that remains. The carriage is in no state to resume the journey, nor are the chocobos. We shall have to arrange other transport. Would you take word back to Ghoulgheim? Look at these majestic birds. Hello, birds. These chocobos are like... What? We're fine. We can make the journey. Alright. Back to Mor Dhona. Do it in a British accent. Hi, AJ Analysis. It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you doing? I don't think I can do a good British accent. I don't think I do a good accent of any type, but... Alright, here's Ghoulgheim. We gotta get PMet back on here. Let me know when you see that. You're muted?
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah. Attacked by the XL? Well, roll me in stardust and dash me from the sky. Not that I ought to be surprised, mind you. Gossips fleet where adventurers sleep, and I've heard the talk of the primals waking. Beastmen won't let a sleeping primal lie, will they? But never mind that, you did well enough saving those 2 coachmen. I'd go put some meat on your bones with that reward. Looking far too thin you are.
Alright, let's take the dexterity ring, I guess. Oh, no, I can't take that ring. Alright. Let's take the Mayan. No. The int ring, why not? Alright, that should be all of them. We can go back down and talk to Slaffborn now. You've been on PSO 1 and 2 for the GameCube. Have you played those before, or are they new for you? Welcome to Marble Country. Alright, you're giving me 5 Icarus wings. Okay. Slaffborn's brow is clouded with worry, and the forecast calls for rain unless she can save the day. And they're gonna give me a bracelet. What to do, what to do? Ah, Miro! Mayhap you can cut through this knot of ours. Revenant's total does not prosper. We draw adventurers from far and wide, or rather the Allegan ruins draw them. So busy are they collecting tombstones and relics, they've no time for calls from the Adventurers Guild. I fear that many who come to the toll have no sense that we are a guild. You visit Rowena's establishment, did you not? That's the kind of bustle and camaraderie I like to see in the guild. Now, tales of your daring do are certainly known to all. You're the genuine article, and I'd humbly ask for you to render some service to us in this matter. If you were to rid the wilds of the seedkin that threaten to the toll's expansion, it might inspire some fledgling guildmates to do the same. Those laboring on the outpost frontier are being harassed by mortals coming from the Tangle. I would have you help keep the workers safe by slaying them before they have the chance to leave their wretched home. Once others see a storied adventure as you working to expand Revenant's Toll, they'll be sure to be inspired by the set to do the same. Played when you were 7 but didn't get far. I'm wrecking. That's awesome. I am nothing if not enthusiastic about my streams. Yeah, there's a few games that I've gone back to and played recently. Like, I'm playing during the week right now. I'm playing Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, actually for the GameCube also. Um, when I was a kid, I never really played through it. I owned it, or own it. I still own it, and I did not have any desire to play it. I don't know why. I love Final Fantasy. I just didn't really have any desire to play that particular game. And I went back and played it on my stream, or I did play it with my friend, and I really enjoyed it actually. It was really awesome, but I never finished it. Fuck you, Marble. But I've been playing it on stream recently, and I have really been enjoying it. It's awesome. The only thing I don't like is how I have to do cycles of the dungeons, and each time I do them, they're hard, but I just don't like doing the same thing over and over again on stream. But that's what the game is, so that's what I gotta do. Okay, now I gotta go back to Slathborn. I'm just gonna teleport because I'm lazy as shit. It's only 100 gil. I don't remember any part requiring, well, except maybe some of the story missions. Depends on the class, really. But usually they give you people to help out, NPCs that are useless. Ah, Miro! The Adventurers Guild has marked the completion of their request for aid, and honors your service. Already the toll buzzes with talk of your valiant excursion into the Tangle. Not a few adventurers had chosen to help on the frontier. Know that the Scions will hear of your success. Alright, we got bracelets. Answering the call. When a man like Slathborn thinks well of you, you are wont to find yourself performing a dangerous and unpleasant task in short order. Ah, I forgot to mention before. I received word from the guild that they've seen more adventurers take up job requests in the last few days than in the past moon. Huh, but of course, one good turn leads to another, we hope. There's a job that might be too much for those who have expressed an interest. We'd like you to handle this one. For an unprepared adventurer meets an untimely end. We received word from a scouting party when we went to the Singing Shards that a group of Hapalits is making passage impossible. Someone needs to take care of them so the scouts can make progress. Not that I've no faith in the other volunteers, but I suspect a few of them have stood against a Hapalit. Ignominy isn't something we can afford at the present. We have appearances to keep up if we are to maintain our growth after all. A seasoned adventurer like you ought to know that a bad reputation is like bad breath. No one will ever speak frankly of what ails you. Alright. And, yeah, AG, sometimes the games just aren't for people, and I get that. I hope if you do give it another chance that you find it more to your liking, and if you do, you're always welcome to join us on Behemoth. What's wrong with you, Intrigue? You want to start streaming again? I didn't know you streamed in the first place. What kind of stuff did you stream? It's time to go beat up some Hapalits. This is one of my favorite zones in the game, by the way. It's just all this crystal ground and glowing blue. It's cool. And then you kind of come over here and it's just electrified with energy and orange crystals. It's pretty awesome. I like it. Now they want us to kill Hapalits. Hapalits are easy to kill because they spend so much time just using effects that you can just run out of. Okay, so I gotta somehow drag one of these guys away. Because I don't want to fight all of them. Hey, you see me? Yeah, get over here. I have never played Osu. Oh, I looked at Skyforge. It looked pretty cool. I see a lot of people actually still play Osu on stream. I unfortunately do not have all the relevant equipment for streaming. I want to buy a Blue Yeti mic, and I don't think I'm going to this coming Thursday when I get paid. I think I might wait till next month to pick it up. Again, I'm lazy as shit, so I'm just going to teleport. But yeah, I really want a Blue Yeti mic. Mostly because the headset is not as good as one. But I also want to buy an arm and a wind guard for the microphone. Audio Technica AT 2020. How do you find that mic? Is it you'd highly recommend that one? Okay, cool. You've returned and looking none the worse for wear, I rejoice to remark. Your reputation precedes you yet again. The seventh heaven is abuzz with your talks of your deeds. We've already signed up a score or more to answer further requests from the guild. Remnant's toll grows and prospers to the benefit of the guild and the scions. Did I not tell you there is much magic in being prepared? Yeah, Illidan would tell us the same thing. You're gonna carry that. Oh, look at that. They're offering me giant skull claws, which are not as good as what I have. That's a cool looking sword. What is that? That is a pretty neat looking sword. Anyway, Slapborn seems intent on putting you to work yet again. I can't tell you how grateful we are to have you here. Now more than ever, we have a major crisis on our hands, you see. One which will demand your full attention for weeks, if not months. I'm sorry, Miro. If you've made any other plans, you'll just have to cancel them. You honestly believed me, didn't you? There's such a thing of being too long-suffering, you know? I fear we may have overdone it with the errands, necessary though they were. Anyway, your work here is done, for the time being at least. Master Alphanote has sent word that you are to report to him at the Waking Sands. I gather he wants you to know that, to know how you've been getting on. Be sure to tell him how welcome we've made you feel, won't you? Alright, so let's see. We have 11 minutes left. So Layla, that's basically what this stream is all about. My YouTube channel is full of Final Fantasy streams of every Final Fantasy that I've been able to do thus far. I can list them off if you want, but there's a lot. Let's just go to Western Thanalan, I guess. We could go to Limsa, but... Yeah, eventually this is going to get to the point where I might be doing the stories for the first time on stream. When the various patches and that come out. Concerning the Audio Technica mount, can you get an arm for it that you can like attach to your desk? And the wind guard? I imagine you can, but... And now for the trip to the Waking Sands for the 875.8% or 8 billion times. Cool. Yeah, that's definitely what I'll take a look at it then. I will leave a note here. Audio Technica AT 2020. Thanks for accepting my note, Piamet. Alright, so if you recall, this is where the Waking Sands was. There's Tataru hanging out on the outside. Let's see. Alphanode. And I'm gonna share screen with you, Piamet, because there'll probably be something for you to say. We are almost done. We're 9 minutes left, so we're just going to do this last story stuff and then I'll sign off. Okay. Ah, Miro, you've returned. I trust they kept you busy in Revenant's Toll. We have nary a moment's rest since you departed. Despite our best efforts, however, we've begun to fall behind. No matter, we shall soon make up the lost ground with you here to help us. Now, there are a number of packages which must needs be delivered to Revenant's Toll as a matter of urgency. Don't give me that long-suffering look. I only require you to take them upstairs to Tataru. She will handle the rest. The packages are scattered about the halls, but each is clearly labeled, so you should have little trouble finding them. Now, if you will excuse me. Your report? Later. Alright, let's go get these damn packages. Guess we'll get the one in the solar first. Alright, labeled package. That's one. Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about the Blue Yeti mic, so that's why I looked into it, and it does look like a good mic, but I'll check out the Audio Technica as well. And I'll get the one that I think suits me. Here's another labeled package. Why would they just toss them all around the place? Like, seems like the most inefficient way of moving. Oh yeah, and then there's this giant crate. Like, here, pick this up too. There we go. And there's this other package right here. Urianger has a quest for me. I wonder which one it is. Primal Awakening and Primal Nature. Of course it has to do with primals. Alright, we're gonna go up and talk to Tataru. Alright.
So much to do. At this rate, we'll never get to Revenant's Toll.
Alright, labeled packages, marked for shipment to Revenant's Toll and filled with heavy unknown items. Remember to lift with your legs, not your back.
Bless your heart. I had completely forgotten about those. Let me check the labels against my list. Oh, these are the last ones. I think the 12, it's almost... Oh dear, I did contact the Courier, didn't I? It just so happens that I had been meaning to contact you, Miro. I've been importing personal requests, you see, which I couldn't possibly entrust to anyone else.
Alright, let's take the spear. Oh, and I get a buffalo calf pet. Excellent. Alright, let's look at that. Alright. The things we do for tea. Tataru regards you with a grim countenance. Whatever could the matter be?
Preparing for the move is taking a terrible toll on everyone's mental and physical well-being. People have been carrying on for days at a time, with barely any food or drink, never mind rest. Some have been too busy to visit the privy, for God's sakes. I try to lift their spirits, but encouraging words simply aren't enough anymore. Given that nothing short of hitting them over the head with something heavy will persuade them to rest, my only remaining option is to try improving their diet. I know just how to do it too, with a special tonic proven to revive plaguing spirits. But for that I require Highland tea leaves, and the one merchant I know who sells them is completely out of stock. Harvesting them myself isn't an option either, as the plant only grows in Quarthus. I'm in no position to legally gain stands at present. But you are, Miro, and since you now understand how important this is, you'll surely agree to assist me? Great, I'll take that silence as a yes. I learned the recipe from an Ishgardian acquaintance of mine who serves at Camp Dragonhead. Midgui spells her name. She'll know where to obtain Highland tea leaves, I'm sure of it. Godspeed!
Alright, so I think that's where we're gonna end the stream for today. I know we didn't do a lot of exciting things in the story and had to redo one of the things we were working on, but we will be coming back to this next week, maybe. I have other things planned for next week's stream. We are going to be doing Tamtara Deepcroft, and then something else after that that should take up quite a bit of time. But it'll be fun. If you're interested in seeing that, I hope that you all join me again for Final Fantasy XIV, 2 to 5 p.m. Saturday afternoons. Normally on Sunday we do Final Fantasy XI from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. EST, but as I said before, Silly is away this week doing the bike ride for MS, so we won't be doing that, but I will probably be streaming Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles if you're interested. I'm having a lot of fun with the game, so if you stop by, you can have some fun with me, seeing me fail or get my ass kicked by random monsters. Other than that, Monday to Friday is still Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. And I don't know how close I am to the game. I haven't decided what I want to play next, so view what you're interested in. See everyone later. Have a good one. And welcome to the streams to Lily Sue, AJ Analysis, and Duct Tape Smile. See y'all later.